Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to study about Indus Valley Civilization. And in Indus Valley Civilization, we are going to study the town planning. How did they have planned? How was the Indus people lived? How was the Indus people divided their towns? And in Indus Valley Civilization, the town planning was very important. They have planned their towns very well, in a well-mannered, excellent town planning they had. Mainly their towns were divided into two parts. One is citadel and second is the lower town. Now, what was citadel, or what was the importance of citadel? Citadel was the raised part of the city, and lower town was outside the citadel, and citadel was considered as the most important part of the city, and it has high massive walls, and these high massive walls helped or prevent the flood. That means these high massive walls prevent the water from the river when it floods. And the important structures of this citadel were great bath, great granaries and assembly hall. This we are going to detail. Now the great bath. So it was a structure, it was considered as a most important structure, a striking feature of this civilization, and it was considered as it is considered as the good example of engineering and planning skills of the Indus people. And how was it built? It was built in a shape of rectangle. Large rectangular structure was that, and it resembles a modern swimming pool, and it built with baked bricks. It has a central bathing pool. That means the main place, the main area to take bath were at the center place of the great bath, and it has galleries. That means they can rest over there, and it has a dressing room, it has a changing room also. And one important thing about this great bath was that it has an inner wall, and this inner walls prevent seepage. Seepage means the inner walls prevent the water coming outside, and it has a descending stairs also, and fresh water from a well nearby. Here they need fresh water to take bath, so the well near the great bath structure helped them to take fresh water there. And they had a facility of drained out used water also. They had an outlet that they used this outlet to drain the used water. Now, why they have, or where they have used, what was the use of the great bath? It was used mainly for the religious purposes. So great bath is considered most important example of their engineering skills. Now we are going to study about great granary, and by the name only we can understand that this great granary is used to store food. Okay, yes children, it was used to store food at that time. And the two great granaries have found or unearthed. They got some remains of, the archaeologists got some remains of great granaries from both Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. And the largest building of the city, it is considered as the largest building of the city. Great granary is considered as the largest building of the Indus Valley civilization or the city, or Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. This was considered as the most important cities, most important sites of Indus Valley civilization. And great granary is considered as the largest building of the city. And it was used to store food, that I have already told you. It was a storage structure in that civilization, and it was built close to the river banks. Why? Can you tell me why it was built to the river banks? Because, yes, correct, the transportation was easy, and at that time during the early age civilizations, the river was the most important means of transportation. So this great granary, though it was a storage structure, built at the bank of the river. Here the river Indus. Okay, correct. Now the grains threshed at several circular brick platforms. Here it means they had circular brick platforms. That means round shaped brick platforms were there, and there they have threshed their grains. with the remains of, or the archaeologists got the remains of the wheat and barley, and so they have got a conclusion that the Indus Valley people grow wheat and barley, and they got the remains of wheat and barley from the circular brick platforms, the cracks of the circular brick platforms when they dug out the materials from the site. Now, what was the use that I have already told you? The use for the great granary was to store surplus food grains. And what they have done with the surplus food grains? They consumed during the flood and famines. When the flood comes or the famine comes, the starvation may be very high. So they have used the surplus food grains, which what they have stored in the great. Now, another impressive building found in Mohenjo-daro was Assembly Hall. So, Assembly Hall was a public hall, and what was the specialities of Assembly Hall? It was made with thick walls and it was supported with pillars. And where they have used, or what was the use of the assembly halls in the Indus Valley civilization? They have used, this hall might have been used, we can't say that, we are not sure by the conclusions only, or by the from the archaeological source materials or the literary source materials only we can make a conclusion. It is only a guess. It might have been used for prayers or as a public hall where public meet for their prayers, or maybe for their public meetings, or maybe for their cultural shows. We can compare this assembly hall to our modern community halls or modern auditorium. Now we are going to study about the lower town. This much about the citadel, the raised part of the city. It has three main building structures were there in the citadel, or citadel was considered as the important part of the city. So all administrative buildings and great granaries, great bath, everything, all most important building structures were there in the citadel in Indus Valley civilization. Now the second part of the city, that is the lower town. We are going to study about the lower town. So lower town, where it was located? The lower town was outside the citadel, and who all were lived there? The petty merchants, craftsmen, laborers, etc. were inhabited there. And the main part was divided into rectangular blocks, and they had wide roads cutting each other at right angle. And archaeologists got some brick houses and drainage system from the lower town when they dug out the materials. So from this we have understood that in the lower town it was outside the citadel, and petty merchants, craftsmen, laborers were living there. And lower town was divided into rectangular blocks. That means it was a grid structure, and wide roads were there, and these wide roads cut the rectangular blocks in right angles, or sorry, these roads were built in such a way that it cut in right angle, so that that structure or that cutting made the structure as a rectangular blocks or as grids. And they had street lights, and they had a well drainage system also. So we'll study drainage system later. Now we are going to study about the houses. What was the structure of the houses and how did they made their houses? So mainly these residential areas were in the lower town. That I have already told you, the raised part is considered as the important part. That means the all administrative buildings and all administration, all important things about the city was done. It was happened in raised a raised part, the citadel. And now the houses were in lower town. So now we have understood that the lower town is considered as the residential area. So the people were living there, the common people were living there. And then how did they made their houses, and what was the specialities of their houses? 1 or 2 storied houses. So most of the houses were 1 or 2 storied. That means 1 or 2 floors, and made with baked bricks. Okay, like us only, they have made with baked bricks, and built along narrow straight lines. It was I have already told you, this lower town was divided into rectangular blocks in a grid system. So the houses were situated like that only. And what was the structure of the inner structure of the house infrastructure? Had 2 or more rooms were there, small windows they had, and a kitchen, a bathroom, and a courtyard. And now one important thing was there, most of the houses had a well. So that means their drinking water supply is mainly from the well. Now we are going to study about drainage system. The Harappan people had a good drainage system, and bathrooms may had sloping floors. So that sloping floors help the water to drain out easily. And here listen, excellent and well planned drainage system they had, and each houses had private drains connected to the main drains. That means the houses had house drains were connected to main drains, and these main drains ran along the roads, and they were covered with bricks. Had manholes were there at regular intervals. There had manholes, and these manholes were cleaned regularly. This shows that Harappan people paid great attention to hygiene and sanitation. I hope you understood this much about our town planning of Harappan civilization. So you have to remember, they have planned their towns into 2 parts, the raised part and the lower town. The raised part is called citadel, and the lower town they used as residential areas. So that's all about town planning. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.